This week I have been extremely busy. I have been waking up early at 6 a.m. I set my alarm for 5:45, but I always hit snooze and wake up at 6 o'clock. After I wake up, I brush my teeth, I take a shower, and I make my breakfast, which is either coffee or tea, with something small like a croissant or a slice of toast. Then I drive to work, which takes quite a long time, about 35 minutes or 40 minutes depending on the traffic. On my way to work, I enjoy listening to a podcast. Depending on the day and on how I feel, I choose one or another. I like listening to audiobooks as well. I don't really like fiction audiobooks. I prefer more business or self-help books to listen to because it's difficult to follow the story if you're listening to a novel because you have to stop every 30 minutes. It's not like when you're reading a book and you're sat down for a few hours. I find it a lot easier to listen to business or self-help or tips type books and listen to them because you can listen for 15 minutes and then turn it off when you get to your destination. When I got to work, I attended a meeting, I sent a few emails, and I made a to-do list to organize what I was going to do that day. During my break, I took a short walk with a colleague. We like to go for a walk in our break because you relax a bit and can spend time in the sun or cloud, depending on the day. At the end of the day, I organized my desk before I left work and headed home. When I got home, I cooked dinner, and while I ate my dinner, I had a video call with my grandma. It was lovely to have a chat with her. She lives quite far away, so I can't see her every week. So it was nice to catch up. Then I did the dishes and fed my dog. My dog always wants me to finish my dinner quickly because he knows that I will feed him after I have finished. So he didn't like me calling my grandma. After that, I wondered whether to read a few chapters of a book that I was reading. But then I decided that I was too tired and I watched an episode of The Rookie. The Rookie is a series. It's an American series which is about a rookie, which means that they are a new recruit. So they are a person who is new to the job. So it's about a police rookie. And I like to watch this series when I'm too tired to focus on a more complex one where you have to think. This is just nice to watch for an hour to relax while I'm doing something else really, like cleaning or something like that. After relaxing for an hour, I took out the rubbish and I went for a little walk around my village for a 20-minute walk. I like taking my dog for a walk because it makes him happy. He loves to run in the fields. I let him off the lead for a bit for him to run around in the field, and I throw a ball for him, and he loves that game. He loves his tennis balls. Sometimes we go for a jog instead of going for a walk because he loves jogging. He runs quite well and he doesn't pull on his lead, so it's enjoyable. We run for about 20 minutes because I don't want him to get too tired because he's not a young dog anymore. He's middle-aged. After our lovely walk, I listen to music while I clean the house a bit. I like to keep on top of my chores so that I don't have to clean for hours and hours at the weekend. Like I said, this week has been quite busy because of work, but I have tried to do things that I enjoy, like listen to music, going for a run with my dog, reading a book, or listening to a podcast while I'm driving. Sometimes it feels like it's hard to do everything, but I find that if you do two things at the same time, one thing that is a chore and another thing that you enjoy doing, it becomes more enjoyable. Like if you're cleaning the house, you can listen to music at the same time and it doesn't feel as bad. And the same goes with driving to work. You could drive to work in silence, or you could listen to music if you like listening to music, but I don't really like listening to music in the morning because when you turn on the radio in the morning, they play very loud and lively music, and that's not really what I want to listen to. I have also tried to reduce the amount of time that I spend on my phone because it's easy to sit down on the sofa and spend an hour or 30 minutes or even 2 hours just looking at people's Instagram posts or just scrolling on Reddit, and that's not productive at all. I mean, it's okay to spend 5 or 10 minutes on it, but you could be doing something more productive or something more enjoyable instead of doing that, because sometimes you realize that you haven't done much at the end of the day, and I find that quite sad. Some things that I like to do every week are doing a digital detox, which means to unfollow, delete, or clean up apps that I no longer use. Plan my meals for the week so that I make sure that I have got all the food, all the ingredients that I need to make the meals for this week. And declutter a small area like a drawer or a room. I usually do this on a Sunday, and then I feel more prepared for the week ahead. There are other routines that I also stick to, like drinking enough water every day and making sure that I go to bed on time and try not to use screens before going to bed, which is quite difficult. And lastly, some other things that I do on a Sunday is doing the laundry, cleaning the kitchen and the bathroom, watering my plants, and going grocery shopping. I like to do my grocery shopping at the weekend, like I said before, to make sure that I have all the ingredients for the meals that I'm going to make the following week. I might have to go to a shop like on a Wednesday or on a Thursday, especially for fresh food like fruit and vegetables, but generally I go shopping at the weekend for the big stuff like pasta, rice, the basics. Let me know about your routines in the comment section and I can correct your answers. Remember to subscribe if you're not already. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.